Hey, what's up, dudes? So I thought that today I'd do like a little tutorial on how to get that like Glassy style clean tone from like the 80s. So starting from your signal, you want to have fairly bright pickups. It doesn't necessarily have to be single coils, and it doesn't even have to be passive pickups either. You can totally use actives like these. Just you're probably going to need to EQ a bit in the front of your chain. Like with my guitar, for example, I got these humbucker actives, so you'd expect them to sound like that. But just from like the simple EQing at the front of my chain, I get more of like a single coily type sound. I guess it kind of contradicted myself there. There's plenty of humbuckers that have this kind of sound already on their own, so this is just an extra step for me. Now you could use different pickup positions, like maybe the neck. But in my opinion, I think that having it on the bridge sounds most similar to the kind of thing that they did back in the day. Now, as far as effects go, you definitely want to have reverb, so just a simple reverb like this should be more than fine. And then one thing that I think is kind of important is having a compressor, because I think that when you're playing arpeggios and a chord, it really helps the long notes to just ring out and mesh together well. You want to have it fairly strong, but not too much that it crushes your dynamics. Basically, you just want your notes to ring out a little longer. And probably my favorite effect like ever is the chorus, and I think that's also another important part of the sound. It just makes everything sound more full, more lush, more, beautiful. You want to have it fairly wet. You don't want to really be, you can be a little subtle with it, but usually back then they were pretty heavy-handed with it. Now for your amp sound, you don't need to have like the most clean, pristine sound like possible. You can do that if you want, but it's honestly like not even necessary. You can have a little bit of dirt and it will actually fit really well with this style. Have that little bit of dirt and then you play with dynamics, I think it just adds that little extra bite when you need it. For your preamp, you probably want something a little brighter sounding again, like before with your pickups. And usually just like the more classic sounding amps are gonna cut it for this kind of thing. But usually I like a Marshall or some kind of British type sound. Just something brighter, If you thought this was useful, maybe you can check out other videos on my channel, and if you like these kind of sounds, maybe check out my band, because we have stuff like this on our songs. And yeah, thanks!